Hi, good morning, everyone, and to everyone who's watching on demand, good afternoon and good evening too, wherever you may be. So in the past segment, we've discussed that for businesses to work, they need two things: people who perform the activities of the organization and resources. In our previous segment, we discussed the unique people requirements for a professional services team. Today, we'll look at resources through the lens of the 6 Capital model for business sustainability and value creation. This was released in 2013 by the International Integrated Reporting Council in their framework for integrating reporting, which we think is a good way to talk about resources. So the 6 capitals refer to intellectual capital, financial capital, social and relationship capital, human capital, manufactured capital, and natural capital. And let's see how many times I can say capital during this. So international capital refers to the knowledge, the intellectual property, the systems and processes that you use as a business unique. So as an example, in a financial planning firm, this could be your tax or investment knowledge that you've garnered through experience and learning. Financial capital is probably the easiest one to understand, and this is the pool of funds that is available to an organization, which includes money, as well as any debt or equity finance that is available to achieve the objectives of the organization. Social and relationship capital is the brand, reputation, and connection with the community that you serve. So Rizwan's segment was actually quite good in this. So what does your online presence say about you? And is it designed to attract and retain the kind of client that you want? Manufactured capital is seen as the human created, production-orientated equipment and tools that we use. So think about things like your boardroom furniture. Has it been thought about and designed to meet your client's needs and expectations when they come to a meeting with your office? Human capital is the skills, experience, and motivation of your employees. What does the values that your corporation and business have that you want to espouse? Does your structure reflect your offering? In a COFI environment, having people aligned to your governance and risk management framework will become more and more important for any financial services firm. Natural capital refers to the access to the environmental resources. This is things, do you think about how your processes work that contribute to sustainability? Have you moved away from paperwork to more online straight-through processing? Understanding the resources available to your organization is the first step. To succeed, your resources need to be perfectly aligned with your business strategy. The last thing that you want is for your resources to be used for any purpose other than forwarding the strategy of your business. That will just be resources wasted. So for instance, as an example, if your strategy is one of high personal connection with your clients, where you have regular face-to-face meetings, you may spend additional resources on creating an office environment through utilizing your manufactured capital and your human capital that creates a space that is welcoming and set up to enhance your personal relationships. If your strategy, on the other hand, is one of high availability and communication, you may invest in technology that can deliver the service 24/7 and may even go as far to creating avatars and clones so that the client thinks that they're interacting with you as all hours of the night, not just with a piece of technology. So this is where, from resources, it's great to have the resources and understand the resources, but where are your business processes, policies, and procedures? Because those then direct the resources to the optimal and appropriate use, helping maximize the use of the resources while containing the costs. And while we have covered off on the people and leadership, the resources and the process that you need, none of this works unless you've got a sound and correct strategy. In our next segment, we'll be discussing how the strategy works and what is the keystone to the organizational arch. And before I go, let me give you your Bri story for the weekend. So in line with the theme of touch points and interactions, you may have heard about the 6 degrees of separation, which is the idea that all people are connected with 6 or fewer social connections from each other. But have you heard about the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon? This is a parlor game where players choose an actor and connect them to another actor that have both appeared in movies together. Finding the shortest route that leads to Kevin Bacon. It is based on a 1994 interview with Kevin Bacon, where he stated that he had worked with every single person in Hollywood or was someone who has worked with them. And if you're worried that this might offend, don't worry. When Kevin Bacon first heard about this game, he was taken aback a bit because he thought it was making fun of him, but he eventually learned that it was a great thing and he actually endorses it now. So back to you in the studio, Francois.